So, the Trump-Xi summit hanging over a meeting of BRICS foreign ministers in New Delhi today. India hosting members of the expanded bloc, including top diplomats from Iran and the UAE. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi was not in attendance due to the Leaders' Summit in Beijing, but was represented instead by China's ambassador to India. The expanded bloc facing divisions over the war in Iran and rising oil prices. Indian Foreign Minister S Jaishankar warning of economic and energy insecurity stemming from the ongoing turmoil.
We meet at a time of considerable flux in international relations. Ongoing conflicts, economic uncertainties, and challenges in trade and technology and climate are shaping the global landscape. There is a growing expectation, particularly from emerging markets and developing countries, that BRICS will play a constructive and stabilizing role.
All right, Neha Poonia has more answers for us, and she is tracking developments from New Delhi. Neha, could you tell us more about the discussions surrounding the war in Iran?
That was very much the big talking point, Jill, as foreign ministers of the BRICS grouping met. This is a bloc that represents about half of the world's population and about 40% of the global economy. And there is, very obvious concern about the impact that the war has had on countries that are not directly involved in it, which is why you had Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, who's representing Tehran here, straight off the bat, defend Iran's actions and also level allegations of bullying at America. He's used this platform to call out American actions. He says that Iran's not the aggressor, but it's a victim of American aggression and bullying. Said that while Iran is ready to talk, it is also simultaneously war in Iran has proved that Tehran is unbreakable, but he also then used his speech to make an impassioned plea to BRICS members, which also included the UAE. He's saying that this war that Iran is fighting is a battle that Iran is fighting on behalf of developing countries of the world, saying that Iran is trying to resist Western hegemony, and he said he would be grateful for the support of the wider group to work together to end American entitlement. We're also being told, Iranian media is reporting that he's also accused the UAE of being directly involved in strikes on Iran, but we don't know if there was a rebuttal from the UAE in that meeting. A lot of it happened behind closed doors, but this is sitting alongside that note of warning that was issued by New Delhi. India's Foreign Minister Dr. S Jaishankar chairing the meeting, talking about the need for the BRICS bloc to be a stabilizing force for member countries to voice their views, but also try and find common ground. And he has of course, flagged the sort of economic concerns that are plaguing developing countries, saying that we need to address issues of food insecurity, of fertilizer shortages, disruptions to supply chain, also calling for the safe and unimpeded transit of ships through the Strait of Hormuz, which is critical for India's own energy security needs as well, seeing how a bulk of its crude oil and cooking gas comes from there. But it'll be interesting to see whether or not these countries are able to find common ground and able to issue a joint statement. We'll have to wait for day 2 to see how that pans out.
All right, leave it there for now. Neha Poonia, thank you so much for covering that story from New Delhi for us.